luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, toxic, making it up.
He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even his starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help, or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of the knowledge, this is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Rocky was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Why you had the stupidest verses? Dude, it's the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top nihilist porcupine. He's a the type women wanna be within rappers. Hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the road. He's got a partner in crime, this is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to roll with what he's got, making his way to the top. He don't think it's a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth that doesn't stand for an acronym? No, he's leaving proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of juice. Him and his crew alone around is one of the best. Dedicated to what they do and get 100%.
2006 state championship.
Hello, Final Four players, coaches, and fans. Welcome to your March Madness experience. Welcome to the 2008 Class 3A and Class 4A state finals. On behalf of the City of Peoria and the Illinois High School Association, I'm Jim Matson, and over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to introduce you to the 8 champions of this year's March Madness, the 8 teams that are in this room right now, the 8 teams that will compete for state titles this weekend. You know, we just showed you that video. Remember the name. Well, folks will remember your names forever. You are really, really champions already. Kind of a neat group in this room today. We got 3 teams that were here a year ago. We've got 2 teams that have never been here before. We've got 2 teams that have not been here since the 1960s. So they will remember your name. You've brought a lot of history back to your high school. Think of all the teams in your conference, regional, sectional that dreamed of being in this room right now, getting ready to play in the state finals this weekend. We're going to show off highlights of all 8 super sectionals. We got some great highlights. We got slam dunks. We got buzzer beaters. We got 3-point shots, no look passes. We got a ton of highlights. They're all coming right at you. We're going to show off all 8 teams because, like I said, on Saturday we will crown a 3A champion. We will crown a 4A champion. But truly there are 8 champions. All 8 teams will bring home a trophy. They'll remember your names in all 8 of your hometowns. We're going to show the 8, starting with the team I get to cover all the time, the Washington Panthers, in the state finals for the first time since 1962. We welcome Washington to the IHSA state finals. The Panthers get off to a super start in their super sectional. Corey Sharp finds Ben Warner, and Ben the junior drills the 3. Later, the Panthers go inside out. Corey Sharp on the strong drive. Outside to Dyreka Sims-Edwards. Sims-Edwards finds the hot shooter. That's Ben Warner. 3 threes in the first quarter. Washington jumped out to a 15-zip lead. Second quarter, Coach Kevin Brown's team going inside. Sims-Edwards finds Matt Roth, and Matt Roth drives to the hoop for 2. Later, Matt Roth, he's the state's all-time leading 3-point shooter. They're guarding the 3, so he takes the 2. Tough shot by Roth. Panthers up by 8 at halftime. Second half, watch the nitty-gritty guy. It's Brian Teig. Does all the little things, but boy, can he do some other things. The beautiful drive and reverse layup by Brian Teig. How about the defense of Corey Sharp? Taking on University of Illinois recruit Joseph Bertrand. Sharp's defense held Bertrand to 2 for 10 shooting. Yeah, the Panthers stifling Sterling. Dyreka Sims-Edwards, the drive and the tough hoop. He had 20 brilliant points. Then watch as it's going to be Matt Roth. Again, they're guarding the 3. So Roth drives for the 2 right here. Biggest shot of the game. Sterling got within 5. Late third quarter. Washington's holding for 1 shot. Washington loses the ball. Matt Roth recovers, and the state's all-time king of threes buries the biggest 3 of his career. That 3 put Washington up by 8 going to the fourth quarter. They never look back in the fourth quarter. Sims Edwards, another assist. He finds Matt McClellan, a senior, for the hoop. Sims Edwards, 20 points, 6 rebounds. He is just dynamite, flying to the glass for 2 right there. Then it's Corey Sharp finding Ben Warner. All year I've said Corey Sharp, Ben Warner, Brian Tiger, role players. Forget that. Their Final 4 players. And in the 4th year for Coach Kevin Brown, the 4th year starting for Matt Roth, the 4-year plan has paid off with a Final 4 visit. Congratulations to Washington. We welcome back Chicago Marshall. They're in Peoria for a 3rd straight year, trying to do better than 3rd place this year. The Marshall Commandos in an absolute track meet versus North Chicago. Hard to keep up with all the highlights. Opening highlight of the game, Darius Smith the dunk. The track meet's underway. Later, Dorian Tyler inside posting up. They have so many weapons. Smith the slam, Tyler the post up. How about the all-state of Ryan Harry? He picks up the loose ball, picks up 2 points inside. Then it's going to be Devarius Davis on the drive. And like I said, it was a layup drill, a fast break drill, a track meet for Chicago Marshall against North Chicago. Devarius Davis the drive. Then how about the outside game? How about Jerron Lee from outside? He'll dial long distance. Lee for 3. The cheerleaders like it. The cheerleaders will love this. Watch our Darius Simmons on the fast break, and he's going to flip it up. And Eric Harris is going to throw it down. Harris had 13 points to slam right there. Then it's going to be Ryan Hare again on the finish, taking it right to the hoop for 2 for Marshall. Later, Davis is going to set up Harris again. Pretty passing right here. It's going to be Harris on the finish for Coach Courtney Hartgrave's team. They are in control of this one. It's going to be Harris setting up Simmons right here. Simmons had 15. Another beautiful fast break, the hanging hoop by Simmons. Then Darius Smith under control, avoids the charge, gets the 3-point play. Darius Smith with the hoop. Later, Harris going to set up Montrese McKnight for the bucket, the drive. McKnight the finish right here down the baseline, a 4-2. Hare led the way with 17 points. Watch again here on the 2-on-1 fast break. Hare will finish himself, the pretty highlight there. Later, Harris going to set up Smith. Smith had 14, 3 of them right here. Yeah, we started with the dunk. Let's end with the dunk. Simmons to Dorian Tyler. Tyler's going to get the final throw down. The no-look dish by Simmons. The slam by Tyler. The Commandos are coming back to Peoria. Their 3rd straight trip. They're hoping the 3rd time's the charm. 3rd place 2 years ago, 3rd place last year. This year, the Commandos are in Peoria to win it all. Congratulations and welcome back to Chicago Marshall. Where are the Maroons of Champaign Central? Hey, if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to start with your sectional, not your super sectional highlights. All right, sectional title game. Decatur Eisenhower, number 1 in the state, undefeated. That's a 3 by Lewis Jackson to tie the game with 10 seconds to go. Game going to overtime, right? Wrong. Donald Ducky Stewart of Champaign Central hits the buzzer-beating jumper here, and Champaign Central stuns top-ranked Decatur Eisenhower. That sets up a super sectional matchup versus Mount Vernon down in Springfield. Xander Culver had a great game. He hits the jumper right here for the Maroons. Later, it's that sectional superhero. He was super in the super sectional as well. Donald Stewart inside the 3-point play. Later, Donald Ducky Stewart outside is going to drill the 3-point shot from the top of the arc. The cheerleaders are loving it for Champaign Central. Maybe nobody prouder of Champaign Central than the head coach. Central alum Scott Davis trying to take his alma mater to the state finals for the first time since the 1960s. Big Keith Biggers looking a little nimble. Nice move right there by the big boy Biggers. Later from outside, Patrick Wampler dials long distance for 3 right there. Then Verdell Jones, he's their great point guard. Kentucky, Minnesota, some of the schools recruiting him. The Kentucky coach was at this game. Verdell Jones drives all the way for the buck. Hey, let's flash back. Remember Verdell Jones 4 years ago? Well, he was the junior high phenom. Remember his team? They trailed by 2 in the junior high state title. Time winding down. Verdell Jones from 75 feet. Oh, brother. He was a junior high March Madness hero from 75 feet, the buzzer beater to win the junior high state title. Now Verdell has taken his high school team to the state finals as well. A little bit taller now. There's Verdell posting up for the bucket right there. Then Xander Culver, the nice finger roll. Culver had 10 big points for the Maroons. They needed a lot of free throws down the stretch to hold off Mount Vernon. They got 16 big points from Verdell Jones. He finds the bucket here again. And it's Champaign Central. First time since 1969 the Maroons are playing in the state finals. They knocked out number 1 on the road to Peoria. Welcome to the state finals to Champaign Central, the Maroons. The back-to-back state champions are back. Chicago Simeon in town looking for a 3rd straight state title. To be the defending state champs, you need defense. Stan Simpson, the big defense for Chicago Simeon. Later, more defense. Pierre Sneed knocks it away, recovers. Defense turns into offense, turns into a 3-point play. Simeon got all they can handle from Thornton Fractional North, including this wild half-court buzzer beater by TF North. This was a close game throughout. Coach Robert Smith.
I just get 3 minutes of good basketball, we'll be up by 10 or 15 points. That's 3 minutes of good basketball, okay? I was just fucked off, okay, long enough. Now let's play.
Coach Smith talking about 3 good minutes. He got some good 3-point shots in the second quarter. Josh Anderson for 3, later Anderson for 3 more, but at the end of the half, it's Kenyon Smith, the senior point guard, who picks up the loose ball and just beats the buzzer right here. Smith, the ISU Redbird recruit, had 10 big points. This game was tight throughout. End of the third quarter, Simeon's down by 2 when Lazarick Jones is going to find Brandon Orange. Orange is going to drill the 3-pointer, and instead of being down 2 at the end of 3, Simeon's up 1, courtesy of the big 3 by Brandon Orange. In the fourth quarter, the big guy, Stan Simpson, took over. He's a University of Illinois recruit. He's going to get the pass inside from Kenyon Smith. Simpson will turn, face, and score. Nice hoop right there by Stan Simpson. Later, it's going to be Simpson with a big 3-point play. He had 7 big points in that fourth quarter. Simpson with the ball, the bucket +1. The cheerleaders are loving it. And Chicago Simeon, it's supposed to be a rebuilding year for Simeon. Forget rebuilding, it could be another championship year. These guys know a thing or two about winning championship rings. Now, where's that championship ring? There it is. Simeon's looking for another one. The back-to-back state champs are back in Peoria looking for a 3-peat. Welcome back to the state champs, Chicago Simeon. To Class 4A now in the Wildcats of Evanston High in town. The Wildcats battling Chicago Mount Carmel. Stephen Rudnicki had a terrific game. Rudnicki drills the jump shot to get the Wildcats going. Later off a steal, watch the defense turn into offense. Zachary Morton's going to take it from half court to a finger roll to the rim for 2. Then it's going to be Rudnicki again. He really ignited the Wildcats in the first half. Little dribble drive, gets to the baseline, defenders all over him, but Rudnicki drills the jumper. The Wildcats cleaning up on their way to Peoria. We might have to give this guy a job this weekend at Carver Arena, huh? Hey, how about Rudnicki again? He's cleaning up from outside. 3 more for Rudnicki outside. Later, Sean Krogert-Key will score. Rudnicki's going to set him up. Krogert-Key right in front of our camera. Drills the 3. Then in the third quarter, it's Rudnicki again on the fast break. They're going to throw it into the corner. Rudnicki spots up on the fast break and drills the 3. He had 14 big points. Inside, Travis Clark had 10 rebounds. The putback by Clark right here. Then off the rebound, it's going to be Eric Dortch with the 3-point play. Dortch the rebound. The tough 3-point play high off the glass. What a shot right there. And the Wildcat fans are planning a weekend in Peoria. Look at them all in their orange and blue having fun. Later, Ryan Frazier Chambers out of the delay game. They spread the offense out. Frazier Chambers, the tough drive and wild finish. Pretty highlight right there. Then Zachary Morton's going to take it to the 10. The drive and the hoop right here by Zachary Morton. Pretty drive right there. Later, it's going to be Krogert-Key. He was one of the keys. He had 10 big points. He gets his own recovery here, sticks with it, puts it in the hoop. And Evanston's coming to the state finals. Coach Bobby Locke and the Wildcats, first of all, celebrating, nearly run over our camera. And then Bobby Locke's going to pick up that super sectional plaque. Welcome to Peoria in the 2008 Class 4A Final Four. It's the first time ever that Zion Benton has reached the state finals. We welcome the ZBs. Zion Benton taking on Elgin. Lenzel Smith working the baseline to Antonio Stewart for the hoop. Later on the fast break, Rodney Clinkscales can't finish, but Lenzel Smith can finish. Coach Don Cloth, his team playing really well. They can beat you inside, they can beat you outside. Here on the fast break, it's one of the big guys, Marcus Yarbrough, running down court, the 6'7" Yarbrough scoring. Then in the second quarter, Quintrell